What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about stellar lumens today, XLM. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 21st day of July. Whew, we are moving through this month so fast, it's making my head spin, man. Here we are at about 47.7 cents now. 1 hour and 20 minutes left. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. I was like, come on, we got more time than that. 21 hours, 20 minutes left in this day here. Sorry, I thought I was on the daily time frame. Getting overbought, you're very overbought here at the 95, 93 area, and you're coming down, getting out of the overbought zone. Got a little bit of a green start today. You're up, what? How much? Why is it lagging? 3% right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if you came down and closed this day red. I'm not really thinking you go too much lower. I don't know if you go below 43 cents, man. You're at 47.7 cents. I think you'll just stay in this range, kind of consolidate. Maybe you'll form a horizontal range, right? Where you've got like support down at this level. I can't draw a straight line to save my life, and then resistance up here. Just kind of chill, ping pong, and then whenever you're ready, break out. Probably by the end of the month, you should be at new all-time highs. That'd be my expectation. I don't think that it stops here, man. The party's just getting started. You got a lot more growth to go. Looks like this W pattern started all the way back here. I was thinking that it started back here, but you are stopping here just above where it started, and that's actually very common. Consolidating now, likely flagging out, and you will continue to rally. Absolutely, I would expect that you continue to rally going into the end of the month and going into August. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this month, you guys, we're up above $1 with XLM, especially with the pace that it's been moving. But a little bit more consolidation to go first, okay? Just a little bit more, nothing too crazy. If we're looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, come here, Mufasa. Come here, buddy. It's my cat. He's a good boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's so fluffy too, man. He's just like like he feels great to pet. I don't know if that sounds weird, but he really does. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, looking bearish, right? Relative high. You've got a high here, high there, another high there. You probably do come down. You can go below 43 cents. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not necessarily calling for that right now. That's not the expectation. You can't get overbought. You're finding resistance there where you were getting overbought before. You do look like you've got a kind of downtrend in the 1 hour RSI, right, with these lows and highs, lower lows, lower highs, stuff like that. Wouldn't surprise me if you came down to the oversold zone, crashed down there, and if you were, that might correlate exactly with the price. It's around like 42 to 43 cents, okay? I really do doubt that you'd get below 40 cents if you went like lower, but nothing too crazy, man, nothing too crazy at all. Lower prices for sure. Looking at it on the 4 hour time frame here, 4 hour RSI also looks bearish, right? You've got lower highs and lower lows here. You're in a downtrend. You moved up though, right? I think we were calling for this yesterday, that you would move up a little bit, come up and find some resistance here, and then yeah, moving back down. You could find support here. Typically with downtrending RSIs, I would expect that you find support in the oversold zone. Like here with your uptrend, you didn't stop until you found resistance in the overbought zone, but perhaps you do find support around the 40 area. You found support here before, got a little bit oversold there. You can go oversold. If you do, though, if you get to the oversold zone, that would imply that you consolidate all like this week, and I don't know if you consolidate for that long, but you could. If you consolidate this whole week, you'll break out the next week, and that's fine, but definitely looking like you want to go down. You're at the top end of this range now. Perhaps you come up a little bit more to end this 4 hour time frame. You got 1 hour, 17 minutes left, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the time a lot of you watch this, or at least maybe, let's say like 12 hours from now or more, you're probably going to be lower, probably. I very strongly feel that by the end of today, we will close the day red. Looking at this on a daily time frame here, daily RSI is immaculate. Just come down, find support at the overbought zone or at the 60, something lower. Nothing too crazy. Looking at the weekly time frame, zooming out, RSI is beautiful. You can stay overbought as long as you want, man, but you're probably going to chill a little bit. I would think that with last week's red candle, you'll probably close this week green. You probably do. But if you consolidate, if you close it red, that's okay. You just don't want to get out of the overbought zone, okay? You don't want to get in and out of the overbought zone back to back. That's not good, okay? High to low here, if I can get the low right there. The target area that we have in mind is anything from about, I mean, based off this fib, it'd be $1.30 at a minimum, but I know it's $1.50 is the real target, and we'll go over why that is. But I think maybe with that, $1.77 to $2.77 should be considered this little target area, because if we take last cycle's high to this bear cycle low price, we take that fib range there, The 1272 is right here. That's above the golden ratio. So if you're going above this golden ratio, I would think that you at least go to $1.77, at least there. But you're probably going to go above the 1414 at 217, 218. And with that, I don't know if you go above the 2272. I've seen it enough, and this isn't common, but I've seen it enough recently where things will go just above the 200, maybe wick there. So perhaps you do find resistance right there at 218, but I'm thinking you'll go a little bit above. Okay, this fib is significant. I absolutely expect it to guide us along the way, but I think this fib is more significant, and I expect that we will see prices above $2.20. That's really what I'm the most confident about. At a minimum area, $1.54, but probably even $1.77. But I would think 220 to 270 is very possible. I don't think you get up to 357, but sure, we can throw that as a maximum target. I mean, inevitably you will. Absolutely, you will get up to those targets and beyond. But I'm thinking 220 to 270, probably closer to 220 whenever it's time to top off. And that should be in August. We'll consolidate again, much like we consolidated here. I doubt that we consolidate for like 6 to 7 months. We're in that peak phase of the bull cycle. We'll probably consolidate for like 2 to 6 weeks, somewhere in that time frame. And then after that, so if we top off in August, that'd be what, like all of September we consolidate. If not late September, we'll start pumping, or likely October we'll start to move up. October, November should be bullish. Maybe December we consolidate, and then January, February, March, April, somewhere in that time frame, I think that we will top off. That's when I expect most of the market to top off. I don't know where Stellar's going to be, but I'm thinking you're going to be somewhere around $20 by the end of the cycle. If not there, maybe 40, but I don't see you getting to 40. I think you will stop probably just above this 2272, right there around $22, $20. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. You look fantastic. Monthly RSI hasn't even gotten overbought yet. This is how you know that the end of the cycle is not even really here yet. We've only just begun, right? This cycle topped off. We were deep in the overbought zone, you guys. We were like above the 95. This cycle topped off. It was a weak cycle, but we were still pretty deep in the overbought zone, above the 81 area there, 82. Here we got overbought on this move. We're not even overbought yet. We've got so much room to grow. This month right here, 468%. It might seem like it was a one-off, but I wouldn't be surprised if this move overall was larger than this move. We just have to wait and see. Maybe, obviously, July will be a smaller month than 468. August will be a smaller month as well. But if you look at these times when you got overbought here, back here, right, 1 month here was 600 or 100%, and the next month was 600%. You got overbought here, you had 100%, 145%, 393%, right, back-to-back growth. And then here, whenever you got overbought, the smallest candle you had was 140%. You had a 160% candle here rejecting the overbought zone. Here, you got overbought 468%. We're talking about massive movements. You're at 101%. Absolutely, you're going to be higher by the end of this month. And then going into next month, I would expect you get another 100% growth, if not more. Actually, probably more than that, right? Like, let's just see. If you close this month, let's say you're closing at like new relative highs. Let's just say 80 cents, I'm guessing, somewhere around there, if not more. I mean, you're probably going to be above $1 by the end of this month. That's my thought, or at least around $1. Let's do that, okay? Dollar, you go up to like 240, 146, yeah. Probably 140% months back-to-back, something like that. Massive growth, massive growth. That's the main point. And you'll know that you're coming to the end of it, let's say, once you're in the overbought zone. You're not even there yet, though. And 10 days, 22 hours from now, by the end of this month, sure, you'll be up higher. I wouldn't be surprised if you're in the overbought zone, but just getting into it's not the same. Notice that most of the time, you get above 85 in the RSI. Only once did you not, and this was the COVID cycle. This is the high inflation COVID, terrible economic catastrophes all around the world, and just human catastrophes, too. We don't have any of that going on. Things are chilling out now. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure things are going to be really good. And then beyond that, I would expect that we consolidate back, and then early 2026 we will rally and finish probably around $20. I'm rambling. I got nothing else to say, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye bye.